Hey everybody, Ralph Havens here, and I am going to be reaching out to my good friend and colleague and therapist, wizard, Dr. Tom Giammatteo in a little bit. I got an idea on my run this morning, and so what I'm gonna do, hopefully, is offer a session for somebody who wants to work with me and Tom together at the same time. And it's going to be for 3 people, I believe. This is how I see it going, but we'll see if we do this, and if it I want to hear if it's something you might be interested in. So you know, years ago, one of the things that really inspired me and got me on the track of integrative manual therapy and 110 classes in 10 years was when I first met Sharon Giammatteo and Tom and their daughter Ayelet. We were in San Diego, and all my therapists were there, or most of them, taking a class for the first time with these guys. And what was amazing was they could see things. So Sharon or Tom would walk around and be able to tell what was going on in our bodies from 10 feet away, and just tell us what technique to use. And sure enough, it made a big difference. And so over the 10 years, I got to see how Sharon and Tom could see things at a distance. People would call them from all over the world, and they could tell us what to do, work on somebody. And then I met Richard Bartlett, and he, chiropractor, naturopath, and the gift of matrix energetics came through him. And he was able not only to see things at a distance, but to do things that things would change at a distance. So somebody could have an effect. They could be better. Conditions could go away. Life could get better from a distance session, from around the world. Not only could you see things that were not, that needed to be helped or needed some sort of help or some sort of shift where the root cause was or the thing the body was protecting them from, but you could do something, affect something, access an energy, a space where an effect could happen. Somebody could be better from that. And so what we're trying to do with the integrated manual therapy is bring it to the world again in a bigger way. It's been, it went through a cycle. When Sharon was alive and teaching, we were on a big upward trend. A lot of people getting the skills, and it took a lot of work to learn these skills. And we saw many miracles. And then Sharon passed away a few years ago, and it took a bit down, and it's on the way back up. But we can't be in the same room with people from all over the world. There's not enough training to get to enough therapists to help enough people like that. So, back in 2014, I had an idea, and I started the Miracles, Magic, Healing, and More sessions. And that was the group sessions, the sessions where people could come on every month for an hour and have a session. And whether they watch live or later as replay, they could be different. And we had many miracles from that. So what I'm going to do is ask Tom if he wants to do this, where we work together on one person, and he does all of the things that he can do to see the issues that are going on in somebody, and then I'll access the matrix energetic space and everything else that I've been working with and we've been working with, and then we'll test things on whoever is our client, and we can see what's different immediately. Is something better in how somebody moves? Is something better in a pain syndrome goes away, or they feel better, or they're moving better, or they're walking better, or life is different. So we're going to do a session like that. That's my hope. That's my idea. And then the other part of that I think is super cool, because with the Miracles, Magic, Healing, and More sessions, what I found is that if I work on somebody on the call, one-on-one for 5 or 10 minutes, they can have a big change. But also everybody else on the call, even if I didn't know they were on the call, can have a big change. It's how that field, it's called a field effect. You're kind of soaking in it when you're there. And what was even more incredible was somebody watches it later and they can have an effect. And it gets crazier, if somebody has signed up for the sessions and they don't watch the session, they can get better. It's kind of like prayer, You don't have to have somebody knowing that that they're praying for you to have an effect on you. And so we're going to take it to a whole other level and work on one person, and then have 2 people that are also part of the field effect they'll be on the call, but we won't be officially working on them. And then we're going to retest and see how they're feeling and what's different for them. And then have a lot of fun with this, and then spread it to the world so that, give it to the world, let the world have an access to this, so that by watching this video session of me and Tom working with one person, and then 2 people in the field with us, and then everybody else that joins us later, being able to test and then retest what's different in their life, immediately from the chair they're sitting in, we can start to play with a really cool thing. Because if you follow quantum physics or spirituality, there's ideas, thoughts, messages that in every single atom of you, there's a lot of atoms that we're made out of, right? And in the atom, there's infinite energy. You think of splitting the atomic, the atom, and then all that energy that got released when they figured that out, and then nuclear fusion, all the energy in the space, in the vacuum, in the space inside every single atom that you're made out of. There's a way to access that. Of course there is, right? There's been miracles and healings and instant miracles all over the place for many different methods. So I'm going to reach out to Tom and see if he wants to play like this. And if you're interested, if this sounds interesting to you to be one of our subjects, one of our the client that we work on, and or the 2 people that will be in the field with us, leave a comment, message me. You can go to autoimmuneanswers.com, leave your email in there, and then you'll get an email from me, and then just hit reply and let me know. Let me know if you're interested. So autoimmuneanswers.com, and you'll also get a free masterclass just by signing up for that. So have a great Sunday, and let me know what you think. All right, everybody, let's get out there and live. Let's really live.